So here at the Priority Lounge at Heathrow Airport, waiting for our plane and just having a quick bite to eat before boarding the plane. So I've boarded the plane now and ready to take off to Nepal. See you in Nepal. Okay, so this is actually the third day after landing, and managed to get some rest yesterday. Still a bit tired, but just cruising around today. My cousin in the car, gonna go get some clothes custom made. So we've just parked here. We're going to the shop. Check out our friends here at the parking. Got a few friends here at the parking lot. Okay, so mask is quite important, I guess, if you have just come from abroad, because there's a lot of pollution here. If you've been here, you will know, or if you've never been here, then make sure you pack a few masks. I've got a disposable one here. I also have another one in my pocket, but I'm just using the disposable one for now. It's quite polluted, although I'm in Lalitpur right now. Lalitpur is actually a bit cleaner compared to certain sections of Kathmandu. But yeah, make sure you get a mask. We are here at Lemon Tree Bakery Cafe, getting some cakes and pastries, donuts, and all sorts of pastries. This came recommended from family and friends, so just gonna try the pastry from here. Let me show you a view of what it looks like from our rooftop. As you can see, almost all the houses here have rooftops. It's very common. And my family is also growing all sorts of things here. Like we've got plants and whatnot growing here in the rooftop. There's more houses on that side. This building here is actually a college. And there's a new building that has popped up there. Not sure what that is. And here you'll see another house with Nepal's flag. Show you the distance between these houses is crazy close. If you see there, there's a tiny gap there. I could literally walk next door. So I could easily walk next door. And yeah, so things have changed a lot. And there's been a lot of changes here in Nepal in the last 10-12 years. Lots of progression and also a lot of changes like these. Now, if you see those houses with tanks up there, they're water tanks, if you're not familiar. Let me show you. We've got one here, we've got one there, we've got a water tank there as well. All these houses have water tanks to store water. Okay, new day, early start today. Heading to my hometown Dharan, where I was born. So I'm at the airport, waiting to check our luggage in. We're a bit early. We're over an hour early. I guess the gate only opens an hour before. Okay, so we've just landed at Biraknagar Airport. Heading home now. It's very warm here, 28 degrees Celsius. So just heading out the airport and going home. Okay, so we're approaching the jungle, the famous jungle between Tarara, which is my dad's hometown, and Dharan. So once we pass this jungle, we're gonna reach Dharan. This used to be a proper jungle back in the days. Now you've only got remnants of what it used to be. It's not as dense as it used to be because of a lot of deforestation, construction, and all sorts of things. Okay, so we have reached Dharan, entering the city of Dharan now. So we've reached the center of Dharan. This is the bus terminus here, and the Dharan clock tower, which my mom and her sisters helped donate to make up there. I don't know if you can see. As you can see, it's very busy, always busy here. You really have to know how to drive in Nepal to be quite quick on your wits, and need to have really good reflexes to be able to drive around everything, everyone, and anything really. So that is the clock tower there on the right. We are heading left here. हङकङमा छ होला यो एक बाजेको हाम्रो त्यो उड्यो निलो उड्यो हो त्यो माथि बाजे बोजू यतापट्टि यता अहिले म देखाउँछु नि हिँडेर. So we have reached our destination. So it's pretty hot today. Second day here. Well, first full day. And we're here at the government office, which is there, to try and get some paperwork done. It is very hot. It's about 31, 32 degrees today. Very, very hot. These three-wheeled vehicles, they're everywhere. They're called tempu. They are very popular here in Dharan. You'll see them pretty much everywhere, and everyone uses them. They're a cheap form of taxi service. You can normally fit anywhere from, I'd say, 3 to maybe 7, 8 people in the bigger ones. As you can see, they're everywhere. All over the streets. And very, very popular. Another thing very popular are motorbikes. Obviously, very popular in Kathmandu as well. But in Dharan, tempus are everywhere. So we are here at Garko Momo, which basically means homemade momo. Momo from home. Trying pork momos and soup. Very traditional here in Dharan. Momo used to always have soup, and I always like to have soup with the momo. This is pork momo. So let's dig into it. So let's try the momo. Very good. Dharani momo, no masala. Just the way I like it. I miss this Dharani momo with no masala. Try some soup. Ooh, spicy. Very spicy. Perfect kick. Also having a Mountain Dew. I used to drink soft drinks from a bottle a long time ago. So I miss having soft drinks from a bottle. Back to my childhood again. So on a tempo, going on a small tour with the family. Dental?
Dental. College of Dental Surgery.
College of Dental Surgery there. The emergency wing for the hospital. This is all part of BP Koirala Hospital. This is where they make the oxygen apparently. But this is all part of what used to be the British camp here in Dharan. Now it's not a British army camp anymore. It's used by the public, mainly by the BP Koirala Hospital and various other institutes. And what you see there It's a new hospital for burns victim.
सबै चेन्ज केही छैन पहिलाको
So it is very different
हजुर
to
एक चक्कर लाउनुहोस् न
what it
पहिला
used to be.
सगुनहरू पढेको
We're gonna go check out the school where I went to as a little kid, but now is a different school. So if you look, these are all, some of these are derelict buildings, some have various people and institutions in them. These are all part of the former British Army camp here in Taran. The old temple is still here. And as you can see, the road is super bumpy.
The civil line छ नि त पहिलाको
So we are here at the famous Harka Sampang Park, apparently built under his authority. Harka Sampang is the current mayor of Dharan here. I'm just gonna walk a bit on this bridge here and probably not go inside because we've got limited time and other commitments. That is where our tempo is parked, down there. And let me show you, there's people here currently training, running for the British forces, for the Gurkha army. I believe they're training for recruitment for the Gurkha army. So we are now going downhill, and what a lot of cars do back here, from what I remember from back in the days, is when they're going downhill, they shut the engine to save the fuel. So they're just literally going downhill freely and applying the brakes to control the engine. They only turn on the engine when required. So that is the Dharan Ghantaghar, Dharan Tower. As I mentioned earlier, my mom and her sisters made quite a big contribution to that tower there. This is the center of Dharan. This is what used to be a vegetable market. It is now a stop for taxis, private hires, and tempos. And this is where the shops are. The main market is. Obviously, you've got food shops, clothes shops, and everything. And lots of bikes, motorbikes. You can pretty much get everything you need here. This market actually used to be further down. They moved it here to make space for the bus stop and for cars and everything. As you can see, there's a lot of vegetable shops and things here. Lots of fresh vegetables and all kinds of food. This is the famous Mahendra campus. This is our ancestral home. This one right here. This is where I grew up and spent most of my childhood. So I have fond memories of this place. Now we also have a makeup studio back there, and also another house back there. This house where we have a few people living in rent. And this place used to have, well, we used to have lots of farm animals here: chickens, pigs, goats, and various things. Now we only have a few animals down there. We have one pig, one goose, I believe, two hens maybe, and a rooster, and a dog over there. But yeah, this is where I grew up. The back bit, there's still development to be done here. And there's this little playground here, which used to be a bit larger when I was younger. And this playground here, this is where I used to play a lot as a kid. So yeah, this is where I grew up and spent many a good times here. So I am just gonna walk out the main gate here, and I'm gonna show you the many colorful houses.
Where are you going?
So that one belongs to my family, well, extended family. This pink house here, the blue house here, and if you look top down, you will see a lot of colorful houses, and most of them belong to our extended family. So yeah, more colorful houses up there, and obviously more colorful houses up there, more down there. So this whole area here, within about 2 to 3 minutes walk, is where my family live. Also got a notice board up there. That is from the local, let's say, council. Let me show you, there's cameras up there. Not sure if you can see very clearly, but that is also from the local council. We are at the Dantakali temple, one of the temples, one of the main temples here in Dharan. This is the other temple, main temple here. It's called Pindeswar. Another main temple here in Dharan. There's all these shops here that have offerings. You can buy them and give them to God or use for blessings. We have now arrived at the main temple here, which is called Buddha Subba. This is the main and probably the most sacred and the busiest temple, but we've come on an off day here, so you don't see much sacrifice going on, and it's a bit quiet today. Lots of changes since I last came. And you will also see the famous bamboo tree, I guess a whole thing of bamboos. This is the temple itself, it's quite small. Next to the temple here is my uncle's memorial. This was built in memory of my uncle who passed away back in '89. Obviously it's a bit old now. It's a resting place. And let me show you the temples over there. And behind the temple is a river all the way down there. It's a bit dry at the moment, I think. Yeah. Not sure if you can see, it's a bit dry at the moment, but during monsoon season, it gets quite busy, this river. Okay, let me show you the famous bamboo here again. Can't remember what the story is, but I'll let you know if I find out. But a lot of couples have started leaving knots here of these things. Don't know what they're called. But yeah, so there are a lot of couples that come here for good luck. This front bit here, this is where they do still do sacrifices and offering. These shops are full of blessings and gifts you can give to God. This is the view of Dharan. Seems to be a bit foggy today. This is my hometown, Dharan. So I'm here at my family's home. Another family home here. Let me show you the view. So we are next to a pretty big river here, which obviously is dry at the moment because it is pretty dry season. And obviously when the monsoon comes along, it gets pretty busy once again. So this is typical of old homes here in Nepal and Dharan. The toilet is a bit of a walk, maybe 30-40 yards away from the main house. I remember going to toilet away from the house when I was younger. Typical of most homes here, especially in Dharan. This is the main makeup studio, Daisy Nail Art and Makeup Studio. So we're now inside the main studio. I'll see if I can give you a tour if they're not that busy. This is the training room for more space. Wish I knew what all these things were. Hello. Namaskar. Let's have a look at this studio. This is for bridals. This is the other studio outside of the main studio. It is for bridal makeup and events. You have the makeup area there. So yeah, this is a pretty handy studio. It's also great for photography. Got a light there. But yeah, this is a perfect studio for bridal makeup and photography. Okay, so we're leaving Dharan now after a few amazing days. We're here for a few days and heading back to Kathmandu, right? So yeah, we're heading to Kathmandu now. Gonna get some snacks and board the plane hopefully soon. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who's that? Motorbike is the best mode of transport here in Kathmandu. We are back in Kathmandu, heading home. Lots of lights flashing, not sure what that is. One thing to do in Kathmandu is to not make sure you don't forget a mask. And also, you don't need to wear a seatbelt. I do not have a seatbelt on. It's not normal here to wear seatbelts. You can wear one if you want. Some of the cars actually don't even have seatbelts. But yeah, it's the way of life.